The whole Sue Gray drama continues to damage the Labour Party, as we've just discovered that Harriet Harman and Sue Gray were in unofficial talks during the Partygate investigation, but they didn't tell us. Is this another Labour cover-up? The answer is probably yes, considering that they didn't go through official channels. So, another update on Sue Gray Gate. The Gray Gate. Okay, so what's going on with this woman? The so-called top civil servant, now former civil servant, who decided to immediately leave her job after bringing down Boris Johnson to join the Labour Party and work for Keir Starmer as his chief of staff. That backfired on her because she didn't go through the proper procedure, so even civil service had to stop her, saying you're going to have to be banned for about 2 years before you start working for the Labour Party, for any political party, instead of going straight from civil service with all the knowledge and going to a political party just before a general election. Having said that, I've already mentioned on this channel that it doesn't really matter because Sue Gray is a friend of the Labour Party and she can easily go for an unofficial dinner with Keir Starmer and tell him everything she knows about government and all these government departments and cabinet office. So if anything's going to be leaked, it's already been leaked anyway. But this is about actual proper procedure. So Harriet Harman, who became the head of their privileges committee because Chris Bryant was the chair, he resigned, or he stepped away from it because he said, well, let's make it more impartial because I'm an anti-Boris Labour MP and it's best to just make it more professional. Then they decided to pick Harriet Harman as the chair of the Privileges Committee to bring down Boris. Harriet Harman, who spent the last few centuries fighting against Boris Johnson. She absolutely hates Boris Johnson. And then that was apparently normal. Now we discovered, obviously we've already talked about how before Sue Gray got the job with Keir Starmer, we found out that she and the Labour Party have been in talks before that. But now we find out that she was also in talks, unofficial talks, with Harriet Harman during the inquiry. Interesting. They have actually now confirmed that the contact was direct and not via parliamentary or civil service officials. So there is no record or any minutes that have been taken when it comes to those sort of conversations. So when Harriet Harman said that, well, during the actual inquiry, we were talking to all witnesses and anybody who was involved with the procedure. So that meant that if she had an official meeting with Sue Gray and have a record of it, then that's fine, I guess, even though it was still abnormal to use her as one of the witnesses. But not having any record, not telling anybody about casually having conversations because you guys are just family friends or whatever you are, well, the timing of it doesn't help. Just saying that, well, I'm just going to go have a quick chat with Sue Gray. Oh, by the way, we're both working on something together on a similar issue. So that's the idea. Now, Jacob Rees-Mogg spoke to Sky News about this issue, said that questions have to be asked over whether Harriet Harman was accurate and straightforward during her role as chairman. Well, I can say probably not. Jacob Rees-Mogg says, what is really important is that Sue Gray may have been, through secret back channels, an important part of the chairman's role within the inquiry. As this is all about strict accuracy and whether things are misleading or not misleading, the chairman has a duty to the committee to be very straightforward. And the question has to be asked, did she achieve this? Now, Harriet Harman and Sue Gray have not responded to any requests for comments on this new update. Interesting, isn't it? Then maybe they have to talk to the lawyers first, or maybe they have to talk to Keir Starmer, and then Keir Starmer has to talk to the trade unions, and the trade unions have to talk to Brussels in the European Union, and they have to listen to the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. Everybody has to talk to someone about something at this point. Anyway, this is the latest update. I know it's getting boring, keep talking about Sue Gray, but it is important for the sake of democracy to mention all these issues. And don't forget, tomorrow, Sunday, 9 p.m, we are launching our new show, the Tousi Live show, where we will be doing a weekly roundup, the actual topics of the day, as well as having a special guest interview on the channel, and we go to the members Q&A. Feel free to become a member if you want to participate. And we also finish with a segment on Today in History, which will be quite an interesting one to talk about. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.